absolutely love being a carer, and I wouldn't have wanted to do anything else. The day I found caring is the best day of my life. Hello, my name's Anne Squires. I've been a living carer for 10 years. I live in Spain and I travel back and forwards every couple of weeks. I enjoy it very much. Well, I was living in Spain. I'd been living in Spain for 10 years. My husband was working and I was looking after the small holding with the animals and everything. And we had a couple of friends that lived just up the mountain, and Judith took ill. She was really not very well, and her husband Brian, he couldn't really look after her personal needs. And I'd never done anything like it before, but I just couldn't see that lady suffer the way she was. So I went and I helped out, and I, made sure that she was clean and tidy, and her husband did everything else for her. But I proper looked after her, and then when she passed away, a friend of mine said, "Anne, do you fancy going into caring?" She'd just started with a company, and she asked me if I fancied doing it. And at that time I was thinking, goodness gracious, I'm not going to have a pension if I don't start working soon. So I thought it might be a good idea. I've been working now for 11 years as a carer. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love walking into the room in the morning and they're bleary-eyed and they open their eyes up and they go, "Good morning." Or I go, "Good morning, lovely lady, how are you?" I love it. I love to know that I'm actually caring for somebody and looking after them, doing the best I can for them. Seeing the smile on their face when they're clean and they're comfortable and they're feeling better because they've had their proper medication. Just knowing that they're feeling fine, that they're feeling good, and that they know somebody cares. The very first job I ever got, I was looking after a lady. I went to the house and I walked in with my manager that I'd only just met. I'd only just got off the plane. I'd got off the plane, I got driven to the house and then met my manager at the door, and we walked in and there was two ladies in the room. An elderly lady about 98 and a younger lady about 78. And she was sat on the sofa and she just looked like a bundle of clothing, the tiniest little thing I have ever seen. And I went in, I'd been told what her name was, and I walked in and I said, "Hello Anne, my name's Anne." And she burst out laughing and we clicked from that moment on. Anne had had 3 strokes and 2 heart attacks. She'd been peg fed and she was 4.5 stone the day I met her. But within 6 months of being with Anne, I'd got her up to 7.5 stone. She was speaking, she was walking with a frame, which she hadn't been able to do for a long, long time. And I feel so proud that I managed to get that lady. We had our own language. Nobody else could understand us, but people would say, "Anne, what's she saying?" And I would have to translate for her. But I loved that lady so much, I really did. And I was actually with her on the day she died with my arms round her. Very proud, very, very proud that I could do that for her. I was with her for 3.5 years. It's personal. That person is there to do everything they can for your needs. You're not being pushed from pillar to post or other people. You've got that one person who is doing their utter best to look after you and do everything for you. And I think that is a wonderful thing, to be able to wake up in the morning and know who is coming to see to you, I think is wonderful. And if they've got dementia, I used to go to a lady and she'd got dementia. She had no idea who I was. But every morning I walked in that door and I went, "Good morning, lovely lady," and I opened the curtains and she'd look at me and she'd go, "Oh, it's you." It was the voice and it was the action of opening the curtain. She had no idea it was me, but because I did the same thing every day and the same voice, she knew it was me. I've been caring for 11 years and I'm 65, and you are never too old to care.